I hear a lot of people say that you can't build a profitable business with vibe coding tools. Well, in this video, I speak with the founder of Plinq, an app doing more than $400,000 in annual recurring revenue, and it's built using Lovable. In this video, you're going to learn what went into building their MVP and what are the specific tactics that they used to go from zero to over $400,000 in ARR. Let's jump in. Just to get started, I'd love maybe if you could tell us what you've built with Lovable and how much money you're making.
Perfect. I built like everything. So from Plinq, the platform with itself, from our back office system for presentation to investors, like I do almost to our landing page, I do almost everything on Lovable. So from the start, Lovable was the only, I tested Lovable, Base44 and another one. But when I started the project of building Plinq, I tested this three and Lovable was the best. So I did in like 45 days, I did 3 versions from the platform. And from this was in April. So I started the process, building the process in April. So from April until now, we are almost reaching $500,000 in annual recurring revenue.
Amazing. And what does Plinq do? What are people paying for?
Yes, Plinq is a background check system, like pretty easy. In US, like it's pretty common. We saw a lot of this type of tools, but here in Brazil, didn't have yet, only more in a corporate level, like companies that are trying to hire people and etc. And I saw on TV, I was watching a journal with my dad, and I saw a reportage that made me sick from a girl that she was with a boy for 1.5 years. He started to beating on her, and she went to the police. She did everything correct. But the police like, oh, we're too busy to go to your house and ask him to leave. So go there and ask him. And when she came back home, he killed her. He stabbed her in the front of her best friend. And she left a lot of audios before this. And one of the audios, she said, I didn't know that he had a big track record. Like he beat his mom, his sister, another ex-girlfriend. I didn't know. And if I know, I never would have been in a relationship with him. And I was like, why we don't know? This is public information. But why we don't know? Like why in Brazil we don't have a system like in US we have the sex offender map, things like that. Here we don't have like nothing. All this information is public, but it's not easier to find. And I was like, oh, I need to create something. And that's at this point that I start the process of building Plinq.
What's your background? How did you go from, like, are you technical before? Like what's your background and what were the challenges in using Lovable to build this?
I've been working with growth marketing, paid media for the past like 13 years since I was 15. I am inside the startup world. So I work in a lot of products, like taking a product from 0 to million users in different startups and big tech companies here in Brazil, outside in US, Europe as well. So I have a big experience with marketing distribution. I know a lot of data, so I know how to handle and know how to do all the process with cross data and etc. So I had like the vision, I had like an idea how to do it, but I didn't know actually. Like Lovable helped me and it was the bridge between all this knowledge and the actual product. And my co-founder, he did the API that we use to catch all the information, etc., from public record, and he did in NHN. And we had the same backgrounds, like we both came from growth marketing for startups and etc.
Got it. So you built it where it's Lovable, but then you have a lot of the backend logic in N8N, and you connect the Lovable to N8N essentially.
Yes,
the whole app work together.
Yes. Because how does work the process? For example, we have different public records here, and when you get this information, you have like a really like raw data. We don't have like categories and etc. So like we build everything inside NHN. So catch this data, read it. So Cloud reads the process and create a resume about all the process. stages and etc. And then comes a PDF with the information. So you receive in your WhatsApp and you can see inside the platform the PDF with the information. So all of this, it was inside Lovable, is in a chain and a lot of APIs inside in chain.
Got it. So was there any challenges with building it in this way that you thought, oh, I don't know if it's going to be possible, or at what point did any of that come up?
Oh, every day. Every day, because when we start the process, you saw the errors coming and you don't know like what I did, what is happening, what I have to do here. So like it's pretty rough. And at the start, I had like a lot of pain in my shoulder to code in for hours and etc. Because I have a lot of friends who are developers, so I always call my friends, hey, help me with this and etc. Because Lovable back then in April, it was a pretty different product. And I saw like now, if I have to build Plinq, now I would build like in 2-3 hours. And I took 4-5 days because it was a different product. Yeah. So I had all this comprehension of the errors, how can I fix it, and used a lot of AI and friends to make everything work it. And we had a huge problem with the PDF API because we didn't find a good API. It was really hard. And we are like delaying the launch for that. And one day I just told my co-founder, hey, you have 2 days to fix. Like we have 2 days to find the API. If we don't find it, we're going to launch anyway. And he found in 2 days an API that worked for our system. So all this stuff was a problem that we're facing and start to evolve.
Yeah, totally. And I guess if it weren't for AI coding tools like Lovable, would have you been able to start at all, or what would have you done in that case?
Oh, probably I would call some friends that are developers, like, hey guys, I have this idea, come work with me and do it. Like, I think it would be something like that, because I started thinking about this, like thinking just like, I would say last year that I started the idea. And when I saw this news, I was like, I have to do it. Like, I have to do it.
Yeah.
So my first idea was like, hey, I'm going to find a friend that maybe is not doing a lot now and do all the coding, like in hard code itself.
Yeah. And then I'm sure it would have taken much longer to build and like the whole.
Yeah, because devs, they always like complexity because make their time worth it. So they always like to put a lot, and this is a thing that I'm start to get more famous here in the dev community. And a lot of devs, they just don't understand that Plinq is not about the product. Like, our product is easy. We just have one feature. Our product is pretty easy to do it. So it's not about the product, the complexity. It's another thing. So when they face like, hey, this girl did only this without knowing code, they like.
Right. And that's what I think what's so valuable about these tools is like, you can have an idea and it can be simple. And then a week later, you can start testing it and seeing if people actually want to buy it, and nothing's stopping anyone from doing that. And if you have product knowledge like you with your background, I think that's really helpful as well to just understand how products are built and what's the right way to structure things and things like that. Yeah,
correct. I totally agree with you. Like, I have a knowledge about product, about flows, about the user come here, go there, and we have to think about this and that. So it was easy, but it was not. Like, now, of course, I have knowledge, I have a lot of notes, I have like a lot of different things. So it's easy, still easy, but it's not that easy. But Lovable and all these platforms, they are going to work more and more to develop the product to make easier to everyone.
Yeah, totally. And okay, so we talked about building it, but you could have built it in a week or 2, whatever, and then never gotten anyone to pay for it. So how did you get $500,000 of recurring revenue for this product? What were the things that you did to make that happen?
The best part of this is that me and my co-founder, we are like marketing experts. So we did this for a lot of different products. My co-founder, he worked for a company here in Brazil who has like I think per year they do like 100 million in sales in B2C apps. So like we have a great experience with that. And since in the beginning, like we always knew that it was going to be a hit. So like we launched it and day 30 of May and 2 of June, like 2 days after, we just became viral on LinkedIn with one post. This one post was like 500 million views in 2 days. So it started a little press, a little talk over there. In this day, like in our 3 days after launch, we got like 1.5 K new users in one day. So we started like 3 days without sleeping because people started using it, freaking and telling everybody and etc. So we always know that was going to be a hit, and from that we started to test different things. So TikTok, paid media, influencers, and etc. So we did partnership with really huge influencers inside our mission and etc. So from that, like we always knew because it's a real problem. Like it's a real painful problem. People just need to know it. Like I never worked with a product that people just need to know it.
Yeah, it's an interesting point. It's like if you have a product that solves a real problem, then you still have to do all the work of finding influencers or doing the paid marketing, but it's never going to work if people don't want it in the first place, or if it's not a solution people want.
Yeah, this is the main point. Like there is no one who sees and say, oh, this is bad. Oh, I don't know if people will want this. Like everyone from the first time that I started to talk with my friends, they're like, oh my God, you're going to be a billionaire. Because we knew that there was like a real problem. And so from the start, we know and they start to sell and test different things. Now we bet a lot on TikTok. So for example, last week we did 3 million views only on TikTok. So we do now we have like a full structure. So in the beginning it was only me and my co-founder, and now we are a team of 6 and agency and like a lot of things to make all this happen.
Yeah. And is this like a very unique product in Brazil or even in the US? I haven't heard of a product like this. Maybe it doesn't mean it doesn't exist, but is this something that could go to other countries, or is it mainly Brazil where you see the most opportunity based on competition or anything like that?
No, I think the sad part, and this is a problem like around the world, and I really think that we could be international in like a month if we want it. But now, and I want to be international. We're gonna maybe start to Latin America or India. Like I received a proposal to open Plinq on India. India and Brazil are pretty similar because like we use WhatsApp. We have like India, a lot of people. So they have a lot of problems with sexual crimes and etc. So this is pretty similar. And I really see this for our future. But now our next step will become a mobile app, because I want to build the full circle from security to women. So we go beyond to background check. We go to social check. We stay in background check. We have a lot of different tools inside the app who make data easier, who make like share localization. Like, hey, imagine like Life 360, but inside Plinq. So in your app, we're gonna have like the full circle from security for women. So this is our next step right now. And from that, we totally start to get internalization process.
Got it. And I think it's an interesting thing that people should learn from, that you don't have to start with every single feature that you want to build eventually. Start with the thing that's going to get the hook of people and that you think is still providing value, and then you can add things on later. So I think that's really smart.
Yeah, like now I always say that we still are MVP, of course, that we are pretty validated. So, but I still see us as MVP because it's just one feature. And on the app, we're going to start with like 10 different. So we have community, we have forum, we have content, we have like all of this stuff to make this full circle. And we started only with background chat. So I think it's always pretty good start with something, then wait to start with the perfect product.
Yeah, Totally. And for the mobile app you mentioned, can you use Lovable for that? Or are you going to use another AI tool, or are you using a
It was going to be my dream, to be honest, to use Lovable for that, but it could take a while until they make this possible. But for the app, we have now, and I have now another co-founder with me who is the CTO, and he's building, because we are talking about safety. We are talking about things that if we do anything wrong, a woman can die. So
Yeah.
I can trust I for that. So I was like, oh, and my other co-founder, he was like, no, let's learn Flutter flow and let's do it. And I was like, no. First, I hate coding, so like my thing is marketing, and I was like, I want to make sure that the product is correct, like it's
Right.
working. So we have now a CTO and a full-time developer that they are developing the app and etc.
Got it. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, it's an amazing story that you've gone so quickly to this, and I think there's a lot of lessons for people, how to start, how to grow, and how to think about things. So I really appreciate you coming on and talking about it. I guess, is there anything else you think you want to share, or that people might want to take away?
Yeah, I think my takeaway from building Plinq is that, yes, first thing first, test just one thing at once. So, for example, we have just one feature. I could put like 10 different things inside the platform now, and I will have people using and paying and etc. Test, 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 test. Test is what you have to have in mind. So I test price, I test different things from different places to understand like what is work, but I have a documentation from this test to understand why I'm testing, what is the results and etc. So this is important as well. And I think like do things. I see a lot of people, I know a lot of really talented people who don't build things because they have afraid. Oh, if nobody buy it. Oh, if it doesn't work. Oh, well, just do it. Like, I don't know if the price is correct. I always say the same thing. Test. I don't know as well. Like, I knew that the product was okay. And I always hear the users, I was trying to understand, etc. So from that, it's all about test and do it, and don't have afraid to learn. So like I'm a learner, everything, like I learn English by myself, and I learn Spanish by myself, I learn marketing by myself. Like I don't have a degree. I started to work with marketing when I was 15. So like I learned by myself. And I think if you really like, hey, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna learn and I'm gonna test and iterate and etc., you will reach something. You will reach something and sell. Try to sell. Try, because I found this is a really common. We have two scenarios right here. We have people, developers who know how to build, but they spend like years doing the perfect product and never sell, because for them it's not about have clients or sell, it's more about build. And people who don't know how to build but also has afraid, oh, I don't know if it's just go, this people gonna do it. Just do it. And this is what I did for Plinq, and this is what we continually start to do it. And also you can build a company like from zero to whatever you want. So for example, when I started Plinq, I was working in agents and my contract was finished. I started to work in two different companies. I'm still working. I'm now that I'm gonna start to be full time on Plinq. So me and my co-founder like working in 9 to 5 jobs, and we build all of this. And now we are fundraising. So we're gonna do a first round only with women here. Like we have one biggest names in technology here in Brazil that invest on this. I have talks with very important people like every day. All of this come from the zero. So like build and really try to make something that people want. I think this is the main point. Like forget what you want. I don't care for what I like. I care what is good for the users. So I think this would be the takeaway.
That's great. So much good advice there for people. And I think that since these AI tools have really only been out for a short period of time, like this is just the like tip of the iceberg of all of these companies that I think people are going to start building. Sabrina, you're like one of the first, I think, who've like really had a lot of success. And I think I'm sure there's some others as well, but it's really inspiring, I think, for people to see what's possible. And then also, I think it also shows that some of the people who I think have some of the most potential now are people who understand the marketing aspect of it and the idea aspect of it. And like with your skill set, or people with your skill set who can then, now you can make that product on your own and start selling it. And that marketing is turning into maybe even more valuable than of a skill than anything else, because now that's how you get it out there.
Yeah, this is what I think. Like now, if you're a developer, you're just another one. No matter that they hate me when I say this, they hate me. But I'm real. Like guys, if you're a developer now, you're just another one. Because now, of course, I understand the complexity, I understand everything, but now I really see how things shifted. I saw one developer on Twitter, he's pretty big, and he quoted the tweet Lovable made about me. He was like, look at this case product, like it's really, his question was like, I don't think worth be a dev anymore. And I was like, oh, like, of course, I think it work, and of course, I think that when you have this technical, like a dev with the technical vision, would have made done Plinq so much faster than I did. But I think we really now you really have to understand that it's about distribution. It's about sell. I think 24/7 how we can do more impression share, how we can people can see us more, how we can sell more, how we can do this. Like I have one of the persons of my team, he's paid to be on TikTok 24/7, like every day, just to catch ideas so we can test. I have a team with 10 UGCs who post content for us like every day, Sunday to Sunday. We always test different things, always looking. And not about this is technical. So now if you're a developer, we're just another one. So you need or to understand a little about marketing, or to be a co-founder, partner with someone who understands the process. So I think this is pretty what I'm seeing right now.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then of course, anyone who has the desire now can learn these things and start your own business, and then mix that with your marketing and see if people want to buy it, and then just keep growing from there. And like you're doing, build a team. Maybe eventually you do need a real coder to, not real coder, but a traditional developer to build out maybe some more advanced features. But you can worry about that when it comes to it, and then maybe in a year, that won't even be necessary also. So who knows? Things are moving so quickly.
Yeah, we are just starting. Like from April to now, Lovable, like they improved it 200%. A total different product. I can't even imagine how it's going to be in a year. Like I can't even imagine. I can't even think how it's going to be in a year. So it's amazing time for people with good ideas.
Yeah, totally. Cool. All right. So where should people, if they want to follow you, follow your journey, where should people do that?
Oh yeah, I'm always talking on X. So we're gonna put all my things here. But I tweet mostly in Portuguese, sometimes in English and more in Portuguese. So just use the translator. But I always talking about marketing, about what I'm doing here in Plinq. I'm also starting to create content for LinkedIn and Instagram as well. There, like I'm going to have some English videos, but you can send me questions and etc. in English. Mainly on Instagram, I open every day a question box, so we can ask. I always put like ask me everything, so I always respond there as well, and I have no problem responding in English. So that's it. I'm all around and now running because the app is going to be launched in end of October, beginning of November. So we have a lot to do.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on. We'll put those links in the description so people can find you easily. And I'm excited to see the future of Plinq. Thanks.
Yes, me too. Thank you so much, Satin. See you guys.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for even more free content like this, and click the link in the description to get our free AI newsletter, keeping you up to date on everything you need to know as an AI builder. We'll see you in the next video.